Hey guys, welcome back. So today we have a guest on our show, and this is Chantal. She is gonna just help me show you guys how to measure out your extensions to make at-home DIY clip-in extensions. And as you can see, I have new hair here, and this was my old hair, which I think it got to like 18 inches, and this is 20 inches. So as you can tell, it's a big difference, about 3 to 4 inches longer than my old hair. And all I used, or all I needed, was the clips from my old extensions. I just clipped them off, and then you're going to need black thread or brown thread or whatever color extension you do have, and then just these clips, as I'm going to show you. Just like the clips, you can find these at Sally's or the hair store where you buy your hair. Now, I did get 20 inch, and it's Brazilian Remi. So I colored it the same color as my hair if you watched my coloring video. So I just did the same thing, and I just put 20 volume because it's not virgin because it's already processed, but it can be colored. So I did that. So it matches pretty good. And yeah, so what I'm going to do first is just show you guys all the partings on her head, just so that it's easier. And then I'll do like a fast forward version of me doing it on mine. And then I'm going to explain it to you guys, like kind of talking through it. Okay guys, so we are going to get started. Now I'm going to just part her hair and clip them up into all the sections that I feel is necessary for her hair or her head shape. Some of your clients or even your friends, if you're going to do extensions for them, they might not need as much as Chantal needs or as much as I need. If they have thin hair, you might only need like 3 or 2 kind of clip-ins just here and there. If they have thicker hair, you might need 4 or 5. So it just all depends. So what we're going to do first is make sure the hair is straight or just something manageable so you can do cleaner part. So from the bottom of her neck, what we are going to do is take about, you want to take 1 inch away. This is about 1 inch away from the bottom of her neck. You want to do that just so that you have enough room to clip the hair in. And if you want to, let's say, kind of flip the extension over to create a ponytail, you won't see the clip or anything like that. So this will be your first kind of section. So it is 1 inch away from your neck. And when you work your way up, you just want to do the same thing. Just do 1 inch or at least 1.5 inches in between the sections. And the last type. And if you want, you can kind of, from the apex, the top of her head, kind of just part all the way down behind her ear. And then just clip that away. And that's going to be easy for you when you measure kind of near the ear. So we're going to do that. We're going to just clip that side. And then the next section is going to be at least right below your ear or right above. So either or, but it has to be around that area. And if you notice, it's still 1 inch away from the previous section. Now, if you have layers in your hair, you might have to put them closer. But if you have just kind of one length, it's okay to do at least 1 inch to almost 1.5 inches. And then Chantal is going to just use one more type of section, and usually I usually measure the last section around kind of my eyebrow point, and then kind of just pull it out, and then kind of stop, just depending. You don't want to make it too close to your head. You just want to make it at least 1 inch, 1.5 inches away, just so that you don't see the extension. But then okay guys, so I hope this kind of helps more visual. I know I try to pin the certain sections down, but as you can tell, I started at the neck, and then you want to do 1 inch up, And then when you do measure your hair, what you're going to do, you just have to make sure when you do measure it, you want to leave at least half an inch on the corner, like on the side. So you don't want to measure it exactly to the edge, because then your hair won't clip anything. And like I said, if you want to put your hair up or anything like that, you don't want your clip to show. So at least half an inch I do recommend. And then do that on the same side as well. And then all you're going to do is just snip that away. And for me, I like to double my extensions just so it's thicker, because if you do use one, it's pretty thin. So I like to do 2, and then that will be your first extension. So I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of part, and I will show you how I'm going to do it to my hair. So when doing your own extensions at home, do it in the bathroom, or if you have a mirror handy to view the back of your head, that works too. So we're always going to start from the bottom up, and I'm starting with at least 1 inch to 1.5 inches away from the bottom of my head. Then you want to make sure to at least measure 1/2 inch to 1 inch on the side so that your clips won't show. So once you've got your measurements right, I like to double my extensions just so that it's a little thicker. And then you just want to keep going toward the top about 1 inch apart. If you do have a lot of layers like me, sometimes I like to kind of have my extensions closer together, but if you don't have layers, farther apart, like 2 inches is okay. And like I mentioned before, depending on your hair, it depends how many extension pieces you really actually need. So once you have measured all your extensions out, all you're going to do is just sew on the clips. Now I do recommend using the clip color of your extension. So if you have blonde, usually there's a blonde type of clip. And also the thread, I'm using black just because I want it not to be noticeable. And as I'm sewing it, I'm just going to sew it just like a button. You just want to double the knot at the bottom and then kind of just keep going till you know it is sewed and secure. And you just want to make sure that your clip is facing down when you sew them on, just so that it's more secure when you clip them into your head. And as you quickly saw, I usually apply 2 clips to at least 4 on, depending on how long the extension pieces are. And all I'm doing here is just applying it to my head, and then you will see the final result with a picture at the end. I'm sorry I could not kind of show you because my camera was just too close to me. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you on my next video. Thanks for watching.